Hey there guys, it's Chris from GamerLeaks, and today we're again talking about Doom: The Dark Ages. But unlike our last video that highlighted a lot of positives we've been hearing about the game from leaked reviews, today is not that kind of video. In fact, I think we may have just hit a new low in the gaming industry. I'm of course talking about the rumor that the physical copy of Doom: The Dark Ages actually doesn't contain Doom: The Dark Ages. That's right. It doesn't contain any of the actual game files on the disc. This is coming from a Polish news site called PPE that claims early reviewers of the game aren't actually able to start the game without connecting to the internet first. Which at first you may think to yourself, okay, well, most people have internet, so why does it matter? But aside from the fact that not everyone in the world does have internet or fast internet, what is even the point in buying a physical disc if it doesn't contain the game? Remember, games are very big in size nowadays. Specifically, Doom: The Dark Ages is over 80 gigabytes in size. Can you imagine having to download that on a super slow internet connection when you literally bought the physical copy to avoid having to do that? Check this out. Apparently, Flames of Chaos says both the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X discs only have about 400 megabytes of data on the disk. Only 400 megabytes. That's nothing. That I don't know if that has anything to do with the game. A little further down here, we've got Pinta 00K07 says the background image, a high quality version of the logo, and maybe some background music. And I agree. I think that 400 megabytes is just for what you basically see and hear when you're on the home screen of your PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. So none of the game whatsoever. That is an extreme waste of materials. Why even put it on a disc if it's only 400 megabytes? These discs nowadays can hold over 100 gigabytes. And they decided to not put any of the game on the disc and basically just have, I don't know, maybe the licensing for the game on the disc, and that's it, along with maybe some background photos. Ragnara92 says, but still put on a Blu-ray? What a waste. And that's absolutely right. PlayStation 5s, I believe all of the games have to be Blu-ray. There we go. Some Blu-ray discs up to 128 gigabytes, depending on the type of disc they use, which I would imagine for this scenario, they probably aren't using the best Blu-ray possible because they're not putting any of the game on the disc. But still, even if they use the cheapest Blu-ray disc that can hold 25 gigabytes of data, you could have put, I don't know, a fourth of the game on the disc at least to cut down on the amount you'd have to download. This is just I don't know. I don't know what to think about this other than it's wasteful. All right, back to the PPE article here, and you can see right here. The Doom: The Dark Ages will find nothing but data confirming the possibility of downloading the game. So basically, you put the disc in, it says, okay, it's just as if you bought it from the PlayStation Store. Let's download the 80 gigabytes. Looks like right here, about 84 gigabytes of data. The entire weight of the game, as they say right here. Arcturus Mundus says, literal waste of materials. This is just profoundly stupid. And again, I completely agree. This is this is very stupid. I thought the oh yeah, they even mentioned it down below here. The Switch 2 keycard situation. That was kind of silly, I think, and yeah, that's definitely the direction they are heading. But to just not put any of the game on it whatsoever, it's just dumb. There's no other word for it. Fridana Tor says, that's crazy. What is even the point in having the disc in the first place then? And absolutely, down below, Bladder Splatter, that's a great name, it says, to ingrain this deeper into culture acceptance so that they can go full digital with less backlash next generation. And I think that's absolutely the case. They want everyone to go digital. You know what? To be honest, I buy some games digital. Unless they're on sale physically, it just makes sense to go digital if you're gonna, if you're planning on playing the game for a long time. For example, I just recently bought Oblivion Remastered. I bought it on my PlayStation 5 digitally because I'm planning on playing that game probably for the rest of my life with how much I love Oblivion. But yeah, this is absolutely the case. They're trying to move everything full digital by not even giving you the game with the disc, and that just seems like a slap in the face. Top Bog says, generally, I don't get it. If you've produced a disc that can hold the game, Why not include the game? Absolutely. There's no reason to not put the game, or at least some of the game, on the disc. And then if you need to have them download a little bit more because it's too big, which it's not, you could have fit the whole game on a disc at 85 gigabytes. Turtle Power Mutant says, when I was a kid, we had this magical place called Blockbuster. And yeah, times have definitely changed a lot since the days of Blockbuster. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm going to go sit down and play some Oblivion because I am heated right now. This is just, this is absurd. And we shouldn't accept this kind of stuff, honestly. It's a waste of materials, and it really affects those who don't have fast internet or internet at all, who are buying the physical copy to be able to play the game the way they should be able to, basically. So anyways, let me know down below what you think, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.